You are watching the English news of Bình Phuoc Radio, Television, and Newspaper. I'm the one with the latest news for today. Bình Phuoc restructures agriculture towards value chains, sustainability, and high tech. Bình Phuoc implementing disease prevention in health facilities and communities. State President Lương Cường receives Japanese ambassador to Vietnam. And later on, AI applications contribute to sustainable marine tourism development. Ladies and gentlemen, Bình Phuoc is gradually realizing its goal of becoming a large-scale, high-tech agriculture hub with a development orientation that is sustainable, modern, environmentally friendly, and closely linked to value chains. This is the strategic direction identified by the province in its plan to develop agriculture as key economic sector through 2030.
Currently, Binh Phuoc is home to 424,000 hectares of agricultural land, providing a major advantage for the development of concentrated crop and livestock production zones. The province has established specialized cultivation areas for fruits, cashew, pepper, and rubber, as well as high-tech agricultural zones in 8 districts and towns, with a total area of over 10,800 hectares. In addition to crop production, Binh Phuoc has developed high-tech livestock zones covering more than 9,500 hectares, aiming for a herd of 3.2 million pigs and 32 million poultry by 2030. Both vertical and horizontal linkage models are being promoted to create closed value chains, opening up opportunities for investment and exports.
To minimize morbidity rate and mortality from COVID-19, dengue fever, hand, foot, and mouth disease, and other seasonal epidemics during the rainy and flood season, the Binh Phuoc Department of Health had issued a plan to launch a campaign for disease prevention and control running from June 1st to July 30th.
The campaign aims to reduce death from COVID-19, especially among high-risk groups, and to ensure sustainable management of COVID-19, along with other infectious diseases. The goals include keeping dengue cases below 150 per 100,000 people and reducing mortality to under 0.09%, keeping hand, foot, and mouth cases under 100 per 100,000 people, and fatality rate below 0.04%. Additionally, the plan ensures 100% of outbreaks are identified and handled promptly. To achieve these goals, the Department of Health calls for strengthening epidemic surveillance, implementing preventive measures in medical facilities and communities, and actively testing samples to detect virus variants. Treatment efforts will focus on reviewing facilities, patient triage, timely emergency care, protecting high-risk groups, and infection control in healthcare facilities. The extended immunization program must be implemented effectively with catch-up vaccinations, especially in remote and underserved areas. All outbreaks must be accurately identified and controlled within 24 to 48 hours. Border health quarantine measures will also be strictly enforced.
Family Day is the theme of a series of events taking place from June 1st to 30th at the Vietnam National Village for Ethnic Culture and Tourism in Đồng Mô, Sơn Tây, Hà Nội. The activities aim to celebrate Vietnamese Family Day on June 28th under the theme Happily Families, Prosperous Nation.
A highlight of June's events is the reenactment of the Mnon Community Reunion Festival from Binh Phuoc Province. This unique festival is traditionally held by the Mnon ethnic group to strengthen ties with other ethnic communities through village elders and respected community figures. The folk music and dance program Echoes of the Mnon, the Spirit of the Great Forest, features cultural performances, including traditional Mnon instruments such as lithophones and gongs. The traditional costume fashion show, Basalt Colors, presents garments made from the traditional Mnon woven fabric, creatively modernized to match current trends, accompanied by traditional jewelry and tours. In addition to showcasing the Mnon cultural space of Binh Phuoc Province, the village also hosts exhibitions of photos, artifacts, clothing, and musical instruments, introduce one common one product items, tourism products, traditional weaving, and basketry. and basketry. It also opens workshops to teach folk music, dance, and traditional crafts, offering interactive cultural experiences for visitors.
Moving on to top stories around the country. On the afternoon of June 6th, at the Presidential Palace, President Lương Cường received Japanese Ambassador to Vietnam, Ito Naoki. The president highly appreciated the substantive and effective development of the Vietnam-Japan relationship across all fields, grounded in over 50 years of diplomatic ties and growing political trust, especially since the two countries elevated their ties to a comprehensive strategic partnership in late 2023. President Lương Cường affirmed that Japan is one of Vietnam's leading partners in foreign policy and expressed hope that both sides will continue to effectively implement cooperation mechanisms and promote collaboration in investment, trade, digital transformation, green transition, industrialization, and the building of an independent and self-reliant economy. He also called for stronger cooperation in defense and security, people-to-people exchanges, culture, labor, and mutual support at regional and international forums. Extending his thanks to the state president for the meeting, Ambassador Ito Naoki expressed a desire to build on the outcome of high-level visit and informed that Japan will accept 250 Vietnamese interns and strengthen cooperation in semiconductor research in the near future. The People's Committee of Bắc Ninh Province has issued a development plan for the semiconductor industry through 2030, with visions to 2045. The goal for the 2025 to 2030 period is to develop Bắc Ninh into a leading semiconductor industrial center in the northern Vietnam and nationwide, attracting in-depth investment, developing centralized information technology zones, and training engineers and microchip experts. The province also aims to attract 3 to 5 more large technology corporations to invest in building factories and research and development centers locally. For the 2030 to 2045 period, Bắc Ninh aims to become a leading center for microchip and semiconductor production in the region, gradually mastering core technologies and deeply integrating into the global supply chain, exporting products under the Made in Vietnam brand. By 2030, the province plans to train at least 30,050 workers in the semiconductor industry, including 43.3% with college degrees, 1.8% with university degrees, and the remainder with intermediate, advanced training, and career conversion. Supporting industrial cluster will also be established to reduce reliance on imported components and materials. As part of the activities in response to Vietnam Sea and Island Week and in celebration of the 100th anniversary of Vietnam Revolutionary Press, the seminar titled Application for AI in Journalism, Cultural Communication, Environment, and Marine Tourism Development was held in many substantial discussions. At the workshop, delegates highlighted the role of artificial intelligence in enhancing communication effectiveness, particularly in environmental protection and marine tourism development. AI enables personalized content delivery, enhanced interaction, and allows early detection of population and climate change risk through sensor and satellite data analysis. In the field of marine tourism, AI can analyze tourist behavior to suggest suitable tours, develop intelligent promotion platforms, and showcase coastal culture through virtual and augmented reality technologies. It also helps the tourism sector reach the right audience at the right time, thus boosting the country's profile. The delegates emphasized the need for modern journalism to effectively harness AI in communication, helping to spread sustainable marine tourism models, and contribute to building the image of a green, friendly, and globally integrated Vietnam. And that also wraps up our bulletin. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.